Moriore te whānau, welcome back to the Practice Run, your frontline pass to the heart of sports action, brought to you by 99 Dreams, inspiring others to chase their dreams, with your host, Rauri Tukoirangi, and sometimes Vince. We're diving deep into the thrilling world of NRL and Rugby League today, and who knows where the game will take us tomorrow. From the try line to the sideline, we've got you covered.
So strap in as we tackle the big plays, the game-changing moments, and the stories that define our legends. Whether you're a seasoned vet or this is your first hit up, the Practice Run is for everyone. Every run, every tackle, every win, experience the rush with us.
With exclusive insights, couch analysis, and a touch of humor, the Practice Run is here to keep you entertained, informed, and part of our practice squad. Because here, every practice run takes us one step closer to glory.
The Practice Squad, where every listener is MVP, powering our play every episode, every day.
Thanks to 99 Dreams for powering our passions. Now let's kick things off with today's lineup. Today we've got a breakdown of the Parramatta Eels, the New Zealand Warriors, Melbourne Storm, and Canberra Raiders. Going to take a look at some of their key players, their biggest losses from the season, and some of their big changes, who we're looking forward to watching the most on these teams, as well as someone we think these teams could use. We're also going to play a few games throughout. We've got two sitting in the hot seat today as we play Run It Straight, which is our trivia game. You've got 1 minute to answer as many trivia questions as possible correctly. We'll score all your points, and whoever's leading at the end of the season can do a massive prize or a giveaway. But I think first we'll kick off with a bit of Who Am I? This game is called Who Am I? Where we have three players, and the only clues that we have to figure out these players are the teams that they've played for. We've got two guesses with one hint outside of the teams that they played for. And you guys at home can play along with us, keep score. If you beat us, hey, congratulations, good for you. If you don't, shame. That's all I've got to say. So before we kick off the show, though, we'll have a bit of a paper scissors rock. Is that us?
Yeah, I got you. Wait, are we doing
Uh,
down here, eh?
One, two,
Off screen.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, shoot, and then pull it up.
Yeah, alright.
Sweet as. All right, 1, 2, 3, shoot, pull it up. Both of us pulled paper, crack up. There's a bit of a delay in the in our feed, so when we're recording, so we're actually just gonna do this every start of a show just to try and gauge how long the lag is. One more, we gotta get a winner. All right.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3, shoot, pull it up.
Hey, get it.
He got me this week.
Yeah.
Fano, he got me this week. We won. I think we won one. I won last time, eh?
Yeah, 1-1.
All right. So I guess you go first then. With your Who Am I? Where did I play?
Yep. Let's hit it. All right. So the first player. Okay. So this player has played for. I should have asked. Are we counting Super League teams?
Yes. Just if they play
Okay.
Union, we're not going over their Union career. Just rugby league careers.
Yeah. Well, that might be a hint. So this person started at the Bulldogs, moved to the Broncos, and then followed that up with a stint at the Sharks. I believe this guy ended his career in St. Helens. Would have played for another NRL team, but then who am I?
Would have played another, but then okay. Bulldogs, Broncos, Dragons. Did you say? And then St. Helens.
No, the Sharks.
Sharks, Bulldogs, Broncos, Sharks. Two guesses, one hint. We'll go. Did he go to the Sharks? Maybe Ben Barber.
Mm-hmm. You would be correct. Yeah, he was the fullback for their winning Premiership team.
Right. Because I was
And I
like,
believe the team was the Cowboys had signed him, but then
playing up. That's right.
yeah.
He was a good player, man.
Mate.
He was a good player. That was good. That was good. I'm 1 for 1. All right, my first one. We'll go. They played for the Panthers and then finished their career at the Roosters. Who am I?
That it? Just 2 teams?
Yeah.
Jeez. What is this? Man, 2 guesses, 1 hint. This is not a good start. Who's even played for both? I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. Spencer Leniu.
No. So the next hint is he's a New South Wales legend.
That doesn't help me at all.
How does that not help? I reckon you're going to be so mad at this too.
You reckon? I don't reckon.
Yeah, once you find out who it was.
Oh, that's got to be the Brad Fittler.
Yeah, Freddie. I thought the shirt would help give it away too.
Oh. Phew. Phew.
All right. We're both 1 for 1. Both 1 for 1.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Going to the next player, are we?
Yep. You're up.
Okay, here we go. This next player started their career at the Bulldogs. And then after the Bulldogs went to the Roosters. And he finished his career at the West Tigers.
Oh. See, I went Bulldogs, Roosters. I was thinking straight away, oh, yes, Sonny Bill. But then the Tigers threw a spanner in the works. That's not where. Oh shit. Should we go? Bulldogs, Roosters, Tigers. Who the hell went from the? Oh, Braith and Esther?
Correct.
Yeah. Because I was like, wait, who the hell went from the Tigers to the from the Roosters to the Tigers? That was might have been a Bulldog, and then Braith and Esther. That's a good one.
My hint was going to be currently known for his media work. Well, I think he's the host of NRL 360.
Oh shit, he is too. Him, Cooper Cronk, and what's his name? Mick Ennis. No, him with the big ass fucking head. His head is so huge. It's just huge. All right. My next one is they played for the Tigers. Then they went to the Dragons. They found their way up in Brisbane. They found themselves back at the Tigers before wrapping up their career at South Sydney. Who am I?
Tigers, Dragon, Brisbane, Tigers, South. I was actually thinking about using him too, This has to be the one and only Benji Marshall. Sure.
100%. 100%. It's the king of New Zealand rugby league. It's Benji Marshall. Current Tigers coach. Hopefully he goes well this season. Great player, man. He really found some form coming back up to Brisbane under Wayne Bennett, and then again was quite serviceable for the Rabbitohs in that 2021 season.
Yeah, you had me at Tigers Dragon. Then when I went Dragon Brisbane, I was like, but it was the last two, the Tigers to South. I was like, that has to be him.
Yeah, yeah.
He played for the Dragons.
Yeah, I feel like everyone forgets that because, it's not really what you wanted of him in that period of time.
He was good for them, wasn't he?
He was all right. Serviceable,
Was that...
but not the Benji that everyone expected him to be, because they were all just, remember the OG Benji. But I think as his career went on, he matured into like a really good player.
Yeah, definitely. All right, here we go. Last one. Okay, so this person started at your Broncos, went to the Eels, and then went to St. George.
Eels. How goes to the Eels? How depressed you got to be to go to the Parramatta? Like, damn. Then Para to the Dragons. Are they? Well, you didn't say ended their career there, so they must still be current. We'll go Ben Hunt. I don't know. He went straight to the Dragons away.
Yeah, Ben Hunt is incorrect.
Yeah,
After St. George, he went to the Super League, I believe. Or Toulouse. Olympi, can't even say that. Then he went to FC, another word I can't say. I don't know if he's still currently playing, but it looks like they put the London Broncos. And that was 2023. I'm trying to think. He's known for... What is he known for? No, I don't want to say the brand because they might give it away. Do you want his position?
Yeah, that might be helpful.
Well, apparently the Wikipedia... Oh, no, he's a bit of a utility, but mainly in the halves, fullback.
Halves, fullback. Eels, Dragons.
I might have to start a countdown timer here.
Yeah, nah, I think that's it. Nah, I got no idea. It's the Eels. I hate the Eels.
He played the... Looks like he... Wait, is that... What is that? He was at the Eels for 4 years, from 2014 to 2018. Then he went to St. George 2019 to 2021. For that, his reviews 2010 to 2013.
2010 to 2013. Half/fullback. Shit. Half/fullback.
Still nothing.
There's a dog just barking its head off outside, bro. Fuck, I hate that mongrel. Shut the fuck up. Nah, I got nothing.
Oh. Corey Norman?
Yeah, you should have said, buddy, Isaac John. Good mates with Isaac John.
Who's that?
He's the guy who runs YKTR with Corey Norman and...
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, I don't want to say the brand, because that's what I was thinking of. I was like, I think it's part of YKTR.
Yeah, that would have gave it away. Yeah. Oh, Normie.
Corey Norman.
Normie.
Yeah.
All right. My final one. They played at the Brisbane Broncos. They went to the Warriors. before coming back to the Broncos to wrap up their career. Who am I?
I mean, they can't. You said wrap up career. I don't know if you said that to throw me off.
No. So that's where they finished up. There's no dubious.
Broncos, Warrior Broncos. What the hell? Wait, did he go back to them? Nah, surely not. Oh no, you said wrapped up, eh? Keyword.
Yep.
Wrapped.
So subtle little hints, say, that help you a little bit. Like, oh, so they must still be playing.
Yeah.
That's why the Corey Norman one threw me off. I was like, where the hell is this guy playing?
No, I was like, can't even say the names where he went and played in the Super League or over in Europe.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's been overseas for ages. So yeah, got any estimates? You do get one hint.
Yeah, I kind of got one, but I don't know how to actually say his name.
Just go throw it out there. Can't really Google it.
Who's the one that does the Bloke in the Bar podcast?
Oh, Dean and Kemp.
Yeah, is it him?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's Kempy.
I just didn't know if he went back.
He played to the Broncos. Yeah, he played 4 games for the Broncos when he came back. Over 2 years, he only played 4 more games.
Oh.
So he played 1 year at the Broncos, and then he played from 2007 to 2008 at the Broncos. 1 year with the Warriors, and then played from 2010 to 2012 before hanging them up.
Fuck, his career was that short.
Yeah. So he got granted an early release from the final year of his contract with the Warriors. And he still, if you've watched his podcast, he still says he wishes he could have performed a little bit better at the Warriors because he loves the fans. And yeah, he just couldn't put it together, and he got injured, and so yeah, it's all good though.
Get up,
he goes hard now. His podcast is crack up. Nice. So you went up 3 for 3. Yeah, bro, I love his podcast. It's mean, and they always ask the right questions and talk about the right topics at the right time. It's good. It's good. So far enough, you're playing along at home. I hope you've got it. I hope you've got Corey Norman a lot quicker than I did. I didn't even get it. Come on, man. Who even is he? Nah, jokes. He's the man. Again, I listened to a lot of him on the YKTR podcasts and vlogs that used to go around with Ice. It was good times. So I guess we'll do the squad breakdowns.
Yeah, man, let's get it.
All right, so up first we've got Parramatta Eels. After just saying I don't really like the Eels. Don't really follow the Eels at all. So my review may be slightly biased. If you've got a better review, comment for the cuzzies. Leave some comments for the cuzzies down below on YouTube, and find us on Insta. Hit up the 99 Dreams Insta, and you can send through your comments for the cuzzies there, and we'll answer all of it. So I guess we'll give another shout out to 99 Dreams, our primary sponsor of this podcast. If anyone else is looking to sponsor us, holla. We're always looking to support other brands as they help to support us and our dreams. So shout out to 99 Dreams. Cop these hats at 99dreams.co.nz. We've also got a few baseball jerseys. I'll probably wear one in the next episode. But anyway, back to the breakdown. So with the Parramatta Eels, following the retirement of English veteran Josh Hodgson, there's apparently a two-way battle for the number 9 jersey. They say it's between Brennan Hands and Joey Lussick. So it's going to be an interesting one to watch this season. I've gone off of NRL.com's predicted round one team, and they've got Brennan Hand starting at the 9. So their spine will consist of Gutho, Dylan Brown, and Mitch Moses. It's always exciting to watch those two. Brennan Hands, and then Jermaine Hopgood, and then the 13 there to round them out. So that's another good solid team. That's a good spine. Mitch Moses done bits for New South Wales when he was called up there to replace the injured Cleary. So looking to see a bit more of that this year. Dylan Brown's always serviceable, man. He's a reliable player. And Jermaine Hopgood, he just puts up big numbers each season. If Gutho can stay healthy throughout the season, I think this Eels team could turn things around. So on the wings, they've got Micah Seville, Bailey Simonson. In the centres, they've got Will Pinicini and Sean Russell. Their props, Regan Campbell-Gillard, Junior Paulo. In the second row, they've got Ryan Madison, Sean Lane. And then off the bench, they've got Joe Ofahengawi, Bryce Cartwright, Wiremu Greg, and Kalma Tuilangi. Some of the key ins is Kalma Tuilangi from Seagulls, Morgan Harper from the Seagulls. So they're just grabbing their players from Manly. They lost Jack Murchie to the Huddersfield Giants. Josh Hodgson retired and Andrew Davey retired. So they didn't lose too much. And Josh Hodgson's taken up a mentorship role with the club. So he can still mentor people in that capacity. They'll just be missing his veteran expertise out on the field. One person I think that they've left off the squad, I don't know, might just be because he's a local Taranaki boy, but Makisi Makoto, always keep an eye out for him, actually, of that Parramatta Eels team. He went to New Plymouth Boys High here in Taranaki, so always good to see Taranaki whānau doing mean, so hopefully he gets back onto that bench. One thing I did hear on the Levels podcast, if you guys aren't watching that, with Justin Horo and Big Willie Mason, was they said that Regan Campbell-Gillard and Junior Paulo both need to have their minutes reduced slightly because they're running out large minutes and they kind of lose all steam towards the end of the game there. So that'll be something to look out for. What are your current thoughts on the round one predicted team?
For the Eels, solid. They've been solid the last few years. I don't know what happened last year. I think they missed having Reid Mahone not there. It's giving that good clean ball behind that powerful forward pack. But you would expect with a full preseason now, you would expect them to be thereabouts. It might be a make or break season for Coach Brad Arthur. I don't know, did he sign an extension?
Oh, not too sure. I feel like this would definitely be the season where he'd get the nod to come run it back, or yeah.
Well, they could be on the lookout for a new coach. Solid at the back with Clint Gufferson. Their spine, their halves with Mitchell Moses, Dylan Brown. I think Dylan Brown's going to play better this year than he did last year. Kind of had a bit of a down season, but he's still young and learning as he goes. So yeah, their benches not looking too bad. Bryce Cartwright, big fan of him. He's a utility, probably playing second row, but pretty much can play anywhere really. If they need him to fill in as that prop. And our big man, Wiremu Gray, hopefully he gets more run time. I'd say solid team all around. They should bounce back. Should. But you just never know with the Eels.
Yeah, and saying that, I did leave them off of my top 8. So I think they could be a top 10 team. They could be an outside chance to push top 8. They'll definitely be a top 10 team. But yeah, I've got 4 Queensland teams making the top 8. So it's going to be hard to drop one of them. Maybe the Cowboys don't do me any favors this season, and the Eels could easily be replaced by the Cowboys. So those two, I think, could be interchangeable. But I think, yeah, Eels be a top 10 team. What do you think there?
Say it again, please.
Do you have the Eels in your top 10, or you got them top 8, top 4? Where you got them placed?
Yeah, I believe they should be good enough to make the top 8.
You've
looking at how you've got them as definitely making 8. Just looking at where you've got them outside or in your top 10, What do you think they need to do to get them in that top 8? Like, do you think there's a player they could go out and get, or anything they would change about the team to make them to try to get them to that next step?
I think they just need a serviceable 9. You could get the forwards on the front foot early. So I think that's where things are going to be dicey for them. If they're having a 9 battle, who's going to be playing that 9? Or why are they picking Hands over Lussick? I think if they don't have that sorted by the end of preseason, there may be a little bit of lack of identity in the team. So yeah, I think that's where they might need to hammer down a little bit more, is just sort out who's in that starting lineup early so they can build the chemistry. And if it is a rotating 9, make sure that they're doing that in preseason, just so the forwards are used to it. They know who's passing, how they're doing it. But if they're going to go to that next level, I think they need some more strike power out on the edge. Bring in a new winger, someone speedy, someone fast. Maybe give them the Fox.
Whoa. Whoa.
No, but seriously though, his speed and strike rate out there on that wing.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And what about you? Who do you think, if you could get anyone from any other team, who do you think will help service the Eels and turn them into a contender instead of a pretender?
I like their team, mate. But yeah, I'd follow similar lines to you. If it wasn't a 9, it would be an outside back. Trying to think of one off the top of my head.
That's why I came up with the Fox. I looked at you and I was like, yeah, we'll take him.
Maybe, I wonder if they could do with a Nick Kotrick from the Raiders. Actually, I take that back. I think because they got Sevo, kind of need a speedy winger. Maybe a Jason Saab?
Yeah.
If not a Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, Saab's not too bad.
Put him out there.
Even a Dom Young.
Yeah. Someone of... Yeah, looking at that quick. Or even a centre. Do they have... Because Will Penasini is good. He's solid. Sean Russell, though, I'm not really sold on that.
Well, who would you put there then? Would you have been the Eels and try to throw the bag at Critter to lure him before he signed with the Bulldogs?
I don't think they would have had the money either way.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been a bad option. Maybe looking at someone throwing out there like a Zach Lomax if we can't work out at the Dragons. Or even, what about an Adam Dewey from the Tigers? Can kind of play any roles, been in the centres before. Maybe someone of that mould.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how
Eels
they would go.
fans?
Because those two players, right, you put them in a better system. Like, they could be...
Yeah, hard out.
They could do damage.
Hard out. Well, Eels fans, leave some comments for the cuzzies down below. Let us know who you'd like to add to the team. We're always all ears. The TAB currently have the Eels at $21 to win the outright season. Bet365 have them at $23, so around the $23 mark, $21 mark. That's not too bad. So Eels fans, throw easy $200 on your team to take out the Premiership this season, and who knows, you might be smiling by the end of the year. Who have you got to break down for us first, bro?
So the first team I've got to break down is the Canberra Raiders.
Nice.
So just going off, I just went off NRL.com as well. So in their predicted starting lineup, we have, I believe it is a rookie at fullback, Chevy Stewart. Haven't really heard much about that. Comes a bit of a shock to me. I would assume they would have had Xavier Savage there, not him. Even So then Chris Sebastian. Wingers, they got Jordan Rapana and Nick Kotrick. Centers are Ethan Strange, Matt Timoko. Matt Timoko is pretty solid center. I don't see him go anywhere. He can he's coming into that leadership role. The biggest change, obviously, for the Raiders was in their halves with the loss of Jackie Wyden. They have Kyle Weeks locked in as the starting number 6 for Manly. Jamal Fogarty, obviously, at 7. At 9, you got Zach Wolford, who pretty much took that 9 jersey from Tom Starling. And he's been a great pickup for them. So hopefully with a full preseason on his belt and some NRL experience, he can take that next step. Their props, you got the ever reliable duo of Josh Papali'i and Joseph Tapine. In the second row is you got the old head, Elliot Whitehead, and Hudson Young, who took that leap last year, making his debut for New South Wales. At 13, they got Morgan Smithies. He's another Englishman who's come over from Wigan, I believe. And if their track records of signing English forwards, he will be on par to have a great season, like the likes of Elliot Whitehead and Bateman. The 14, they've got Tom Starling. He's pretty much the quintessential 14. That's been his role for the last couple of years, and another great player. They got Ime Gula and Paisami Solo and Zach Hosking at 17. Surprised they didn't go with you might have to help me with a name here, the old, what's his name, the Ranger? The other one, Corey Horsburgh?
Corey Horsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah. So stories to watch here for the Canberra Raiders is how well they go without Jackie Wyden. That was pretty much the heart and soul of that team. They went about as good as he went. If he was on, they pretty much won. And if he wasn't, then unfortunately, it didn't quite go their way. They've got the forward pack. Their forward pack's solid. They're getting a bit up there in age. Josh Papali'i isn't getting any younger. Elliot Whitehead isn't getting any younger. But, you still got Tapine there, Hudson Young. And it'll be interesting to see how Morgan goes. So, yeah, everyone wants to know who's going to play that 6. I guess we're going to have to wait to see what happens in preseason. That's pretty much going to be the storyline for this team if they can sort that out. I don't think they need anyone amazing there. They just need someone that can do the role, can fill the job. That just means Jamal Fogarty is going to have to step up to the plate. He left the Titans to go to the Raiders to get pretty much a better chance at winning. And now with Jackie Wyden there, he's going to have to step up even more. So if he takes that next step, they do have a chance of making the top 8. I don't think I picked them in my top 8. I believe, but I don't think they'll be fighting for the wooden spoon. I think I've got them in their top 10 to 12 range. They've got the forward pack. We also don't know what's happening with the outside back. They got a few wingers. They got Albert Hopoate there as well. Xavier Savage, who we don't even mention. I just assumed he'd be their starting fullback. So again, storyline, what happens with those two. Ethan Strange, I'm not too sure how he went. I thought Chris Sebastian would be there. So a lot to be worked out in their backs. Their forwards are solid as ever. What are your thoughts on the Canberra Raiders?
Yeah, they've always had good, strong forwards, eh? They've got Corey Harawira-Naera, who's on an indefinite medical, so they're not too sure when he'll come back. But if he's able to come back, another strong player, same as Corey. He's suspended for 4 games, so round 5 we'll be expecting to see him back. So they've got some big boys to come back into the squad, so you'll see some recognisable names in the near future coming back. But yeah, this they've lost a lot of identity. With Whiten leaving for the Rabbitohs, but also Jared Croker, club legend. He also retired at the end of last season, so they missed that leadership. I'm sure he'll probably be hanging around the club rooms in a mentorship role. But yeah, they need to find something that sticks in those halves, and they need to find it quick because this is going to be a tough season. Everyone's going to be fighting to knock the Panthers
I
off
was
the
I was
top of the
wondering why
list.
when I was saying oh,
Go, carry on.
sorry, my bad. I was wondering why it sounded weird when I was saying his name, and it's because I was saying it back to front with Sebastian Chris, not Chris. I was Chris Sebastian. I was like, that sounds weird. So why does it sound weird every time I say his name? Yeah, my bad. And then I was seeing it and I was like, oh, duh, because Sebastian Chris. Yeah, that sounds way better. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
they've had a lot of changes happening to the club, so it's going to be interesting to see how they develop that identity moving forward. The platform's there; they've still got strong players. They've got Rupp still on the team. Big Papa, he's still on the team. Joey Tarpin, solid player. So it's not like they can't make the top eight, but it's gonna be a tough journey for them to get there. And like you said, they're going to need a strong halves to partner up. Um, yeah, I'm the same as you. I've got them outside the top 10, that 12 to 14 space. However, if they put forth a strong enough campaign, the world's their oyster and they can push for the bottom eight. But yeah, that's where I see them going. Who would you add to this team to try and push them into that, into the top eight? Who do you think would be able to make a difference in the squad?
yeah, I'll definitely be looking at that 6 jersey, seeing if I can get someone there. Again, just to name the throw there, probably be looking at someone like Adam Dewey again. Only because he did his ACL, eh? That's why he's not around, right? But he's
I think so.
someone that'll be looking at. Tell you what, they're definitely missing that Englishman that they lost at their number 7, George Williams. It'd be cool to see him back in the NRL. They could definitely do with him and shift Fogarty to 6. Because I thought that combo with him and Wyden was growing, and I thought he was going to do big things in the NRL, but family issues and stuff like that, or he went back over to England. Or even bring over that young buck, Tom Wellesby. I think he's an NRL player, right? That dude's a gun, man. He's too good to be playing over there. That's just my opinion. I think he'd be $1 million, close to $1 million over here. He can play fullback. He can play 6. I mean, what he did to that Penrith team in that World Cup challenge. I think he's already captain England. He's still so young. I don't think he's coming over anytime soon, though. I think St. Helens locked him up long term. But yeah, I think if there's someone from Super League that could make it, my money's on him. He's just class. Man.
You sure we're not going to get another Sam Tompkins?
Maybe. I mean, you never know, right? With those guys, you never know. But man, I think he's just too good. It's not that they don't have the skill. They definitely have the skill. It's all that outside stuff, right? Being away from home and stuff. That's really, I think that's normally what gets them. If they can make a smooth transition with the family and all that, then yeah, things are different. But just never know. But yeah, that'd be my one. I think if they got him, oh man, they'll be on. They'll be back. Yeah.
That'd be mean. I think I'll go lean towards a team that has a few too many 6s. So I'd be taking from the Warriors, and you can take your pick. You've got Tamati Martin, you've got Chanel Harris Tavita. Is it Tavita Harris? Harris Tavita? Where does his name go? Sorry, Eels.
Chanel.
And Chanel, yeah, Harris Tavita. Or you got Metcalf. So, picking up one of those guys could help out the team. And I just went from that team because I feel like realistically, that'd probably be the easiest way to get a half. with experience would be to take someone who's competing for a spot, competing for roster time. I think Chanel Harris-Tavita will be a utility this year anyway, so he'll probably still find a way to be part of the Warriors team. So yeah, they need a half. Warriors got a few to spare, so
Yeah, no, that's a great option there. And I just thought of another one, but I don't want him to leave. Maybe a Drew Hutchinson. We just signed him as one of our millions of utilities, but honestly, man, I think he'll be good in the halves there. He needs a vet. Been here, done that. Been in a great system with the Roosters. So yeah, I could see him. I don't know why.
But that's all it takes sometimes, eh? Is a bit of experience just to help bolster the side. That's all they need sometimes. That's enough to give them the edge. I mean, look at how good the Panthers are. Every year their side gets depleted, but they've got that experience to show up for one another when it counts the most. And we've seen that in the latest grand final against the Broncos. So experience matters, especially when it matters the most. And for the punters, who are we looking at? Canberra Raiders sitting at 51 bucks to win the grand final. Or between $51, it's 51 flat throughout. So there you go, Raiders fans. If you've got more hope than the TAB does in your team, get out there, slap a lazy 100 on, and you could be smiling by the end of the season. 51 bucks, it's not bad. It's not bad, just for a lazy, just always back your team, no matter what. Worst things have happened. Yeah. My second team, and I've heaped a lot of praise onto these guys in the last episode, and I'm going to continue on that bandwagon just because I want to see them succeed. The fans deserve it. The people, you deserve to see it. So we're going to dive into the Warriors, up the Wars, who arguably have the best heritage jersey replica this season. If you haven't seen them, they go on sale on Wednesday, so whānau, 10 a.m. Jump online, they'll sell out quick. I'm probably going to cop one just because I need more jerseys for the rotation for the podcast because, I'm running low on options. Anyway, outside of the biggest news story of the return of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the next question the Warriors have to ask themselves is, where's he going to play? Is he going to play on the left edge or the right edge? Like, what are they going to do with him? But anyway, predicted round one team: Charles Nickel-Klodstad at fullback, DWZ and Marcelo Montoya out on the wings. Rocco Berry, they're going to put him over on that other edge by Dallin, and they've got Roger taking Adam Pompey's spot. So we'll see what happens there. Whānau, preseason, anything can happen, right? I reckon if Webber gives Roger that roaming role, how Turbo and all that get at Origin when they're all playing with Teddy and stuff, just a roaming role, so he's kind of that fullback, but he's playing in the centres. I think that would help free up a bit of space with Sean Johnson and Chance to just create magic. The six, as we just said, the Warriors have an abundance of sixes currently, so that's the headache that they're also trying to play, is who's going to be starting, who's going to be playing where. So they've got Tamari Martin at the starting six, partnering up with Sean Johnson. You're not going to go wrong either way, really, if you've got bloody Tamari, or if you've got what's that other guy's name, Luke Metcalf, or Chanel Harris-Tavita. You're not going to go too wrong. They're all kind of have their strengths and weaknesses. The main event is Sean Johnson and that halves combo. So as long as you can complement Shawnee really well, can't go wrong. In the props, you've got Adam Fanua-Blake on his final year with the Warriors. He's been granted an early release, so look for him to do big things this year. Wade Egan really submitted himself in that 9 jersey. Going hard. Mitch Barnett in at the 10. Jackson Ford and Kurt Capewell. Big signing by the Warriors. They're essentially trading away Josh Curran to the Bulldogs and signing a better version in Kurt Capewell. Hopefully he can live up to that potential. He did all the little things really well. He runs hard. He does all the decoy runs really well. Broncos will definitely miss him, but It's he left because he wanted to free up cap space for them to sign Brendan Piukura and come back and play for his old coach from Panthers. Can't go wrong. So hopefully Capel does good things for you guys. Tohu Harris locks things down at the 13, and that rounds out their top 13 with their bench being the Bald Boys, Dylan Walker and Jazz Tevanga. And then they've got Marata Niukore and Tom Ale. Is it Tom Ale or Tom Ale? I'm not actually too sure.
Know. I think it's Ale. Could be wrong.
Okay. So the Warriors didn't actually lose too many players in the offseason. They obviously lost Josh Curran, but they gained Kurt Capel. They lost Bailey Sirinen, but yeah. And the biggest signing is obviously Roger Tuivasa-Sheck and then Chanel Harris-Tavita making his return. So the biggest question to ask is, where do you play Roger? Do you have him roaming? Do you have him, do you give him freedom of play? Do you put him on Rocco Berry's edge and keep Pompey on, or do you put him on Pompey's edge in replacement of Pompey? What would you do? You got Roger coming back. You've got, Charles Closdale playing a season last year. What do you do with Roger?
I like him with that roaming role. He just needs to be around the ball, right? Have him around the ball, just good things happen. I think, Chance has to stay at fullback. Just with Roger getting up there in age now, he's not young anymore. And then being accustomed or accustoming himself again to the league game. So having one of that centre, give him the freedom to roll. And Chance has also played centre as well, so there's no reason why they can't have times where Roger's at the back there, for certain sets or certain players, and just have those two interchange with their role. Yeah, but as long as he's around the ball, he'll be good.
Yeah, hard out. And he's picked up a whole bunch of new skills from rugby too. His passing will be way better. His vision will be a bit different too, because 15 men on the field is slightly different. It's more of a close quarters game, union. So having a bit more space and a bit more time with the ball, I think he'll be able to do wonders again. Will he get back to that Dally M form of a few years ago? Who knows? It'll be interesting to see. He's just classy talent, man. And so the world's his oyster. I've got Warriors back in the top 4, but they do run the risk of just flopping altogether. They've done that before. They have that yo-yo year where they're the hottest thing in the NRL, and then the next season they're pushing for that wooden spoon. So I hope this year isn't that year. I hope, under the new coach, they can continue to just roll like they did last year with him. I think a lot of these boys are on their last legs. I don't know how much longer Tohu Harris can keep going. I have heard rumours this is Sean's final season. He was thinking about hanging it up last year or the year before as well. So we all know he's on borrowed time in terms of just him wanting to play. He's not seen the worst of his footy, but he's, I think, just ready to move into the next stage of his life. So this could be the last year that we see a lot of these players together. So I think that, they're going to pull their heads in and give it all they've got. And on paper, this is a great team to go all the way. Tohu and Capel, they've all gone to the finals and won on the big stage. Roger with the Roosters. They all know how to get there, get the job done. They know how to win. They play together and they play strong, they play smart, and they play for the full 80 like they did last year. Yeah, I don't see too many people, knocking them out of the top 4.
Interesting. I definitely got them in my top 8, I believe. But again, it's the Warriors. It's just, you never know with them. Up and down, like you said, they have a great year followed by, who knows, they could be the team that takes that leap even further and go all the way, or they could just fall off the cliff. And to be fair, I don't think anyone would be surprised by either one.
Yeah.
But again, they're just, you never know. That's what, it's the same with the Warriors, eh? You never know which Warrior team you're going to get. And a lot of teams think they did well last year because people weren't prepared for them, So it's going to be a different beast this year when people have that marked as an important game. They're not a pushover anymore when they showed that last year. So now, I think they caught a lot of teams off guard, but this year they're probably going to get every team's best shot. So it'll be interesting to see how they reply when teams, come in there knowing it's going to not be an easy game. And if other teams don't show up, the Warriors will roll them.
Oh yeah, big time, big time. So who do you think then would you put on this side to have them go all the way? Because I think they are contenders. So who do you think you could add to this team to just put them over that next level?
I'm leaning towards a forward for this one.
Oh yeah.
No disrespect to the Bold twins. I think they're great. But I do think, Fanua Blake does play big minutes. I mean, I think he played close to 80 minutes in the playoffs. And Tohu Harris, so having someone to be an impact player for them. And also look forward to the future for a bit when Fanua Blake isn't there next year. So I'll be looking at a prop, not off the top of my head. Looking at either a Brandon Hemuel, or the one from the Sharks. Don't know how to say his name. Either him or the May brother at the Roosters, Tyrell May. Probably looking at someone on that level. Those would be the two that I'll try to look at and see if I can get them over. If I couldn't get them over early, I'll be looking to bring them over for next year. But yeah, that's where I would be looking. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. You definitely want someone to come in and fill in the gap where AFB is leaving. Who would you bring in? Man, I'd try and throw some money at someone and try and bring them over so that way you can have a three prop rotation. And I'd be looking to throw some money at the likes of Saifidi. They should have picked up Flegs. He would have been a good. It probably cost too much, but man, he would have been wicked. Would you even try and pick up like a retiring Hargreaves? Just a bit of mongrel? Or would you think that feeds too much into the aggressive Warriors that everyone loves to see?
I mean, yeah, I'd at least give him a look. He's one of the greats. So why not? But I don't know. I feel as though he's too good for giving away penalties and spending time on the sideline.
Yeah, but
And I don't think I could picture him in a different top A.
Nah, it'd be weird to see, but I reckon, man, he'd get those Wars fans riled up. You'd see something different out of those Wars fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm not too sure who else I'd get because, kind of got to be realistic. Not too many top teams are gonna let go of their top players. Like you're not going to be able to get a Tino on the team or a Horsburgh, but yeah, someone slightly older. Roosters could be looking to move on from the Hargreaves era, the hard man, the hip man. So who knows? Who knows? The TAB have the Warriors sitting at between $18 and $21. So depending on where you look, but that's not too bad. They win with a chance, and that's probably the best you're going to get for a top team. Because I think we've got Storm sitting in at $10 with the Panthers at $3.75. So all top odds there. So Warriors fans, throw $100 on the Warriors to get up this season, and shout us a box at the end of the year.
Alright, we're moving on to my second team for the night, which is the Melbourne Storm. So their starting 13 is their spines are outrageous spine. They've got Ryan Pappenhausen, who should be back in time for the preseason, and hopefully he's back at full strength. So Pappy at fullback, you have the halves combo of Munster and Hughes, and you have Harry Grant at 9. Not many teams have a better spine than them. In fact, you can make the case that no team has a better spine than them. That's just ridiculous. You've got 4 just classy players on their day. You can say they're the best at their position. They can pretty much all win you a game. So that's a great start to have. The wingers, they have Will Warbrick and Xavier Coates. 2 super fast wingers. They are both good in the air and good finishers. At centre, they have Nick Meaney and Remus Smith. Remus Smith will be good to see him again. I thought he was training to be one of the top centres in the league. Unfortunately, injuries have hampered him. Nick Meaney, he seems to be the Mr. Fix-It. When Pepe wasn't there, he would play that role. And he pretty much just plugs up he just goes wherever he's needed. So another classic players. In the forwards, they have Kamikamitha and Welch as the starting props, with Katoa and I believe it's Trent Laurier is the second rows, and then Josh King is their lock. So their forward packs, it's solid. You have Welch and Kamikamitha. Their second rows are solid as well. Josh King had a solid year. I wouldn't say a spectacular year, but most of them are kind of just there to do a job and play their role. Their bench, they've gone with Fa'alongo as the number 14. He's an up-and-comer, and Pepe better watch out because he's coming through, and if he gets another injury, he'll be back there. And we got a small snippet of him last year. Scored a double on debut, I believe, in round 27. And then he went on to do great stuff for Samoa. He just looked electric out there. So he's definitely one to watch for. You got the big man, Nelson of Solomona. It'll be interesting to see where they play him. If he comes on as a prop, then they shift him to second rower. Or if they start him at prop, move him to second rower. They've found... Yeah, I mean, he's solid. He's one of the most damaging ball runners. He just is always good to get Simbin as well. Sean Bloor,
Yeah, he's got that mongrel in me.
Yeah, definitely. Sean Bloor, who they got from West Tigers, and they swapped for Olam. I can't believe they got him. I was hoping we would make a play at him. He's someone that had a lot of potential. Just didn't quite work out at the Tigers. And you know what old Craig Bellamy's good at? He's good at taking players who didn't fit in the system, and he makes them fit and turn into superstars. So, yeah, I'm crying that they got him. And then they got Aaron Penne at 17. It's kind of... I don't know about him. He seems solid, but hasn't really set the world on fire. But again, they just play a role. Probably the biggest storyline for the Storm for the upcoming year, I'd say, is more around their coach. Is this actually his last year? They've been saying it for like what seems like the last 5 years now. And I'd say that if they do win it, it'll definitely be his last year. But you just never know. I don't know if they've got anyone lined up or who they're looking at, but that's probably the one thing that most people would talk about. In terms of people they lost, they didn't really lose anyone, really. Justin Olam, Tarek Sims, Jaden Nikarima, a few that, and they didn't really gain. The only one they gained was Sean Bloor as well. So, yeah, in terms of where I predict them, it's the Storm. They're just solid. And I think that they'll be a top 4 team. And they'll be there or thereabouts again. They've got game winners, and on their day they're hard to beat. I think they might be short on a few spots in that forward pack, but I think they'll be one of the favourites as always. So I've got them top 4. I expect a good season from them. It's the Storm. That's just what they do. Yeah. What about you?
Hard. Yeah, I've got Storm sitting between 6th and 3rd I've got them somewhere in that range. Like I said, it's the Storm year in and year out consistently. I don't think have they ever been outside the top 14 outside of the year they had to because of the salary cap. Like with Bellamy in charge, they've always been there or thereabouts, say in the top 8.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
can't remember the last time.
yeah. I can't
Yeah,
remember
okay.
outside of that salary cap scandal when they were forced to go wooden spoon. Um, yeah, I don't think. Yeah, so I've got them between third and sixth, somewhere in there. I know that they're just super reliable and they've got the experience to just get it done at the end of the day when it matters the most. And yeah, last year they got up over my Broncos, so we'll be looking to get a bit of revenge this season. So yeah, we'll see how they go. The TAB think they're doing all right for $10. They're sitting at 850 on TAB, and Bet 365 says they're at $10 to win the grand final. That's not too bad odds, so it's serviceable. Melbourne fans, just put a cheeky 100 on and shout us a box. Call it a day. Who do you think will help this team make it to the next level? And they probably don't need too many
Yeah,
people.
it's hard to say with them, eh? Like everyone's kind of solid. I mentioned before, maybe looking at their forward pack, but with Sean Bloor there, he's a second rower, so he can fill in the gap. Or Nelson coming off the bench, they kind of don't lose anything. It kind of feels like they go up a gear when Nelson come on. I know when we played them last year, we smoked them that first game and caught them off guard. But their second game, Nelson almost I think it was that game. Nelson almost single-handedly won them that game. When he came on, he just changed he steamrolled our whole forward pack. He ended up having to go off because he got injured, and we ended up winning that game. I believe that's how it went. But yeah, he's all class. In my eyes, he should be up there with the best props. He's just so devastating.
Oh yeah,
But
he's wicked.
Maybe looking at the second rows again, but I just said that Josh King, maybe he could improve the 13. Can't think of anyone though.
Yeah, let's say who would you put in that spot then?
Yeah, so I think
Well, see, because I'd pick, and only because he chose to leave the Broncos at the end of the season, so he could have gone anywhere. But I think Herbie in the centres.
yeah, that's the other spot I was thinking of was that centre spot. Maybe looking at, I think the name I had was either Taylor May or Taruva. I think if you get one of those two over, that'd be devastating because Taylor May's still so young, coming back with ACL, but Taruva, man, he's good. And I'm pretty sure they're both fighting it out for that wing/centre spot. I'm assuming one would be wing and the other would be centre at Penrith.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you could get one of them to come over, you're looking pretty good. But yeah,
that's not bad. That's not
really
bad.
much to say about the Storm.
Nah, outside of the fact that they'll be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So that's 4 of our 17 teams that we're going to be looking at over. Like I said, I've got high hopes for the Wars this year, but I just feel like they'll let us down, and I'm not quite used to being let down by the Warriors all the time like you guys are. So, Warriors fans, good luck. I've got a lot more hope in the Broncos getting back up this year. Melbourne Storm, they're always reliable. You can't go wrong there. The Raiders and the Eels, probably 2 teams to challenge for the top 8 spots. So, good luck for the season, lads. I know you guys will go well. Huge potential for a new superstar breaking out this year. Well, brings us to our next segment. This week we're going to put 2 in the hot seat, and we've got the hot seat brought to you by 99 Dreams. Whaia Te Iti Kahurangi is the current whakatauki that's on these portai. We've got how this works. I'll show you guys the hats as well, because this is the primary sponsor. So here's the hat. If you're listening to this on Spotify, you can't really see the hat, but they're pretty dope. They got some embellishings, 99 dreams. There's a whakatauki on there. It says whaia te kahurangi, which means like just follow your dreams. So two is about to try and follow his dreams. We're putting a minute on the clock. It's got a minute to answer as many questions correct as possible. Failure to
Can
do
I
so.
just pass if I
You can
don't know
pass. You can pass. You can pass. Let me just start my timer.
it? Oh, this ain't gonna go well.
1 minute. So
Gotta set the
I've
bar,
got
right?
yeah. This is the first one. So you gotta set the bar. I've got some questions from ChatGPT, and then I've got some that I did myself. So I'll go through and do my own personal questions, and then we'll get ChatGPT's to round them out. Are you ready?
Nope. But hit it.
Just make sure that you can hear me. Whānau, play along at home. Let us know in the comments down below how much you got correct. So just leave some comments for the cuzzies and tell us how many you got correct. Okay, hold on. Let me just put an extra 5 seconds just so it counts for the switch between the timer app and the questions, so I'm not ripping you off. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, let's go. Who scored the most tries in NRL history?
What's that again?
Who scored
has
the most tries in NRL history? Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Ken Irvine?
Yes. Who was the wooden spoon in 2002, 2008, and the 2021 seasons?
2002, 2008, 2021. Fuck, that's not my Bulldogs, was it?
Yeah. What
Track.
teams played in the 2004 grand final?
Is that my Bulldogs and the Roosters?
Yeah, what was the score?
Oh, fuck. How am I meant to know? 16-12.
16-13. Who was the captain of the Roosters in
you
04?
dick. Fittler.
Yes. Which key player left the Broncos in 04 to join the West Tigers and help them to a grand final in 05?
Wait, what? Did someone leave there? Scotty Prince?
Scott Prince is correct. When did the Cowboys first win a game versus the Brisbane Broncos?
Fucking. I don't bloody know.
Time.
Oh.
2004.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2004 was the first time they got a win versus the Brisbane Broncos. Not bad, not bad. Which one did you get wrong?
The final. I said 16-12.
Oh, the score. The score. So you answered 1, 2,
I thought I should get
3,
half a point.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions attempted, 5 answered correctly.
I got
That wasn't
half
too
of
bad.
that question right. 16,
You got most
13.
of it, yeah.
I was like, hey.
Yeah.
I remember it being 16. I just can't remember.
Damn. Do
I
you want
would
to try
have
and keep
never
going?
guessed 13. I'm not guessing an odd number.
That's a random number, eh?
No, you can't count 7.
Yeah.
I'd never have time to answer that one. Oh no, I did, but I was like,
Yeah. Do you want? Because I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a whole bunch of ChatGPT questions. Do you want one more attempt? Just find out at home. One more jam.
Yeah, how many questions? Give us 3 more, right? That takes me to 10.
3 more. Well,
Yeah.
it's also like because you want it to be quick fire.
Quick fire, yeah. I just want to
Well,
say
3 more questions. We'll go.
I was like,
30 seconds for the next one, eh? So you got
Sure.
three questions, 10 seconds each. Just make sure I've got them. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I've got some. Okay. 3, 2. Hold on, let me just read this. 3, 2, 1. Shit. True or false? All Black legend Sean Fitzpatrick played for the Warriors.
false.
False. It was John Kerwin. Nice. Who led the Warriors and tries scored in the 96 season.
The 96 season. Was that their first season?
Second.
I don't know. Stacey Jones.
John Kerwin. Which former Bulldog forward also played
course.
for Manly, West Tigers, and Brisbane Broncos?
Manly, West Tigers, and Brisbane Broncos. Oh, is that Greg Eastwood?
Marty Kopau.
Ah, of course.
And the timer
Who did
did
you
go
say?
off. But my final two. Where?
For Marty Tapau?
Yeah.
No, the teams that you said.
Dogs, Manly, Tigers, Broncos.
Yeah. I don't know where Greg Eastwood came from. To be honest, that's just like
you were just like old players must have been. Yeah, I got that one actually from
thinking,
NRL.com.
Ah,
And they showed
'cause
highlights.
I was thinking he played for a couple of those teams, Greg Eastwood. So I was just like, oh, he's played for a few of them. Just take a punt on the other one.
And then my final two questions were just, what year did Sonny Bill leave the Bulldogs?
I wouldn't know that one.
And then who was the NRL's leading try scorer in 2008? Oh, because 2008 was when Sonny Bill left, so I went off of that. No, who was the NRL's leading try scorer in 2008?
Yeah, I should have clicked onto the John Kerwin one, eh?
Yeah.
When you said, like, based on the question before, I was thinking it too. I was like, bet you he would have just went with the same answer. John
Yeah, I was leading with it.
Yeah, I was like, dang. Just wasn't thinking properly.
Hey, well, that was a pretty good run. So 5 out of 7 in 1 minute is not bad. It's hard to read the question quickly and then give you enough time to answer. That's also like part of it.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, half the time it's just you talking. We'll have to just tune.
Yeah.
Questions will be true or false questions, the real quick ones.
Because I took that format from the chase. You know how you got a minute to try and build up as much cash as possible, and then you go up against the chaser. But 5 out of 7 first attempts, not too bad. So you're up on the leaderboard, 5 out of 7. Yeah, hopefully next time you come with some good questions, and I'll try and beat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fano, this has been episode number 3. We've got 3 on the board now. We're slowly getting better at this. It's taken a little bit. We're still waiting for Brother Vince to join us. We'll get there eventually. You'll one day meet the Brother Vince instead of just hearing about sometimes Vince. He'll actually do his bit. So hopefully we get him sometime soon. But Mans is busy, and that's kete pai. You know, everyone's got a life outside of this. But no, thanks so much if you're still listening. Thanks for making it through episode 3. Episode 4, we will be looking at a few more teams. I'm looking for the paper with the teams that we're going to run, but we'll come back to that another time. We'll find out next week, next episode when we get back together. But thanks all so much for watching. Any last words by the two?
No, man. Good to get another one under the belt. Yeah, if you want to know what teams we're talking about next time, just tune in. You'll find out. And I'll get better at that hot seat. There was... Actually, no, I'm pretty happy with my performance. 5 out of 7 ain't bad. I feel as though it should be 5.5 out of 7. But, yeah.
You know, half points around here, man.
No, I kind of know what to expect. We should get better at it. But no.
Yeah, if you think you can do better than us, come and join us on the show.
Yeah, other than that, man, be good. Good to get another podcast in. Good to be a part of this community, and hopefully this community builds, man. But no, that's it for me, man. Cheer to the cheer, mate wa.
There you go, Fano. So hey, if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, join the practice squad, and like Tu says, cheer to the cheer, mate wa.